Today I'm at the market of Marion. It's a Saturday and it's a gorgeous day. Clear blue skies, a light breeze. It's going to be super packed in here because it's so gorgeous outside. Now this one is a little bit different. We have a lot of flea markets here in Florida because the weather is so great most of the year. This one, however, is covered. So it's not completely outdoors. There's some areas that are outdoors, but most of it is covered, which is nice because we do get these little flash rainstorms that come through. Today, I'm going to be looking for vintage collectibles, unique items. Handcrafted is always really big on my list. And there are two silver jewelry dealers here, mostly silver, some gold, but mostly silver, that I'm going to be stopping at today. That's always a really fun part. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Kimberly. This is Studio Kimberly, where I curate vintage, fine art, and collectibles. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Most everything I pick up today will be available at my online shop at StudioKimberly.com. That'll be listed in the description box down below. And make sure you stay to the end because I'll do a full haul and show you everything I picked up today. So with that, let's go in and see what we can find. The parking is so crowded today because it's so beautiful out, but I totally got lucky and got a spot like right up front. So I'm thrilled with that. I always like to park down at the very end because for me, it's easy for me to get turned around in here because there's so many different stalls and this and that. So it's a way for me to know where I parked, not be wandering around looking for my car. There is a main hallway at this flea market and you can see it's covered. And then there's all these offshoots, which is why I get turned around in here so much. So it's important to make sure that you go ahead and look down all the little aisles because you never know what you're going to find. And there are so many vendors here selling such a wide variety of things that you just don't want to miss anything. I have not been in this booth before. He has a lot of really beautiful collectible things. And I like these little prints. Aren't those pretty? They're just small but very, very pretty. There's two of them. Just lots of neat little things. Oh, look at this. It's very vintage. It looks to be in great shape. Isn't that nice? It's got beautiful lines. Just looks great. A lot of the displays are just like this, just laid out on a table, not very well organized. So you kind of have to focus to see what's really there, which kind of makes it a little bit more fun. So this is the all items $1 table. Great place to pick up little fun kitchen items. With that cool knife with the wood right here. Actually kind of like that. All kinds of little handy kitchen things. Right here, you guys. This right here, world's best back scratcher. If you don't have one of these, pick one up at the dollar store or at the flea market like here. This would be so easy to overlook, but this is the coolest little dish. This is handmade pottery and you can see the glaze. It's very, very rustic. And look at how beautiful that color is. I really like this. Isn't this perfect to put your rings in or your jewelry at the end of the day or other little trinkets? I actually really love this just because it's such a handmade, rustic looking piece. Look at this little nut jar. I've got one similar to this with the squirrel in the shop. I just love these. These are so sweet. Very vintage, very fun. I'm not going to pick this one up because I have sort of a version of it in the shop already, but I think they're really cute. And here's some little, oh, look at that one. It's a little handmade bowl. I don't like the glaze on these quite as much as that other one that I showed you guys. There's a little salt and pepper shaker. No cork in the bottom, so missing the cork. This is one of my favorite aisles out here. It's a funny story. On this side is the wife, and on the other side, across the main aisle, is the husband. Now, her prices are so much better than his, and she's always commenting that her husband says she doesn't charge enough. So where do you think I go first? Yes, I go down to her side, and it's all just a total jumble of things. It's really like the wildest garage sale or storage unit event. But I do find some cool things here. You just have to kind of be patient and poke around. Look at this, you guys. This would make me crazy if this is where I worked every single day, but apparently it works for them. Most of this stuff has been here probably for years. I generally focus on that middle aisle out there. That seems to be where the newer stuff goes. Look at this cool brass vase. It's huge. But oh, it's pretty. That would really look spectacular in the right place. I'm not going to pick it up just because it's so big, but it is very gorgeous. Oh, I want you guys to see this. This is needlepoint. Look at that. I'll give you some detail. Isn't that amazing? And look at the frame on it. It is really big, so I'm not going to pick it up. If it was smaller or if I had a booth, I would absolutely get that because those colors are perfect for decor. It's very muted, it's interesting, it has depth, tons of character. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's heartbreaking to leave it here, but golly, I just wanted you to see it. I actually like this little piece here, and I'm wondering if it's tonala pottery. I can't read the mark on the bottom. Love those colors. It's a sweet little piece. I think I'm going to ask her how much this is because I might pick it up. These little figurines. Aren't those sweet? It almost feels like that's carved out of bone or something. And they're on these little stands. Oh, she's listing. Oh, there we go. I had set it down incorrectly. These are very pretty. It might be composite. I'm actually not quite sure. I just thought those are really interesting. So I just asked her about this piece, and she's asking $20 for it. And it's just really getting to me that I can't pick it up. It's just too big, and it would take a lot of cleaning, but it is so gorgeous. That frame will clean up so nice, and that piece is so interesting. So if you live in the area, come get it. And then I asked about this painting right here. This is very, very vintage in a nice frame, and she's asking $50 for that, which is a great price. That's a beautiful piece. It's an original. It's not signed that I can see, but for $50, that's quite a cool piece. Now I'm heading over to the husband's side of the hallway. He has the same kind of jumble of stuff. He's just a little bit more pricey. And honestly, he's sort of a little bit cranky sometimes. But I always do come in here because I found some very, very cool things. And every now and again, he'll give me a good price. Ooh, look at that rocker. It's all needlepoint. It's marked Ernie's 175. I actually think this is Ernie over here, but I'm not sure. I almost don't want to find out. I almost like the fact that it's a mystery. It's a little bit more interesting. This is a neat old blanket rack. This is that type of bamboo, and I'm not remembering the name of it right now, but somebody is screaming it at this screen, so let me know what the name of this bamboo is. It's the little bit shinier bamboo. That's a pretty rack. Oh, look at Campbell's soup cups. Old-fashioned tomato and rice soup. Look at these. Aren't these sweet and fun? These are way vintage. 1998. Oh my gosh. I grew up on Campbell's tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. How about you guys? Probably. Oh, look. Oh, this is so fun. It's a Campbell's soup thermos. Oh, that is so sweet. I don't know, I kind of want to get that. I'm wondering if somebody would love it. It's a 10-ounce thermos. Very, very fun. There's a pretty set of mugs. There's actually 4 or 5 of them. I think that's just kind of a fun, it's very vintage. Let's see. It says Tabletops Unlimited, made in China. But they look to be all in pretty good shape. Nice collection. Just a jumble of things here. What is this? With that pillar in the middle? I don't know what that is. I'm wondering if something's set on top of it, like it's dip and chips kind of thing. If you know, let me know. Look at these forks. Are those brass? I don't think I've ever seen this type of flatware. But boy, it is so pretty. Gorgeous. Interesting. So there's just maybe 7 or 8 assorted pieces up here on a very dusty tray. But they sure look cool. Here's a little trinket tray. Oh, that's pretty. Silver tone. Oh, it's silver plated. That's kind of pretty with a little gold bow on top. It's in great shape on the inside. And then just some other costume jewelry. Little pin. Elephant. Look at the carving on that. Isn't it exquisite? This is like a sideboard china cabinet type of thing over in Ernie's place. Boy, they sure don't make furniture like that anymore, do they? So pretty. A lot of the vendors down the center aisle just sort of sell new tchotchke stuff, or, you know, those cleaners like you see at the fairs. There's always the guy with the mop, that sort of thing. It's really, for me, the hallways down the side where I find the cool vintage stuff, or the things that I think are really interesting. Here's kind of a funky booth I've never been in before. It's very small, but there's lots of different types of things in here. I'm not sure if it's anything I'm going to be interested in, but it's kind of fun to look around. So here we have ceramic pieces over here on, oh my gosh, this is like Little Central right here. Isn't that interesting? $4 each on that shelf, $5 each on this shelf. Could really spend a few minutes looking at things. And then down here is $8 each. Look at this. This is interesting. I think that's so pretty. That is really pretty. That looks to be hand painted. No mark on the bottom. but it's certainly, oh my gosh, it's so unique. That would look so good in a little decor display. Very cool. Here's one of the jewelry vendors that I have purchased from before. He's really busy right now, but I'm going to take a few minutes and sort of look at what he's got. And then if he gets a few minutes, he can pull some trays out for me. It is so crowded here today, but it's fun to see this for the vendors because they deserve to have a good day. It's been kind of funky weather-wise the last few weeks, which really impacts the amount of people that they get in. This little lady has lots and lots of vintage items in here. It's a really neat collection. Oh, look at these. Wooden horse and buggy. What is this? Is this a barometer or, let's see. Is that, I'm blanking on it. Moisture, like humidity? Tell me who knows. I know one of you knows. That's kind of cool, actually. She's asking $20. But, you know, I don't know if the prices marked are actually the prices. Sometimes you just make an offer, and they usually, my experience is they usually say yes. Old Pyrex. And then look at the cookie jars. Oh, look at the little mouse. That is so sweet. It's marked 25, but there's a sign up here that says 25% off. More vintage pieces. Oh, isn't that a pretty bowl? Looks like some kind of Eastern European with the guy with the hat. There's a mark on the back. That's pretty. Oh, this is pretty. I'm not usually one big for clear glass, but this looks like a crystal. It's pretty. Has a nice sparkle and shine to it when the light hits it. More vintage tchotchkes. Oh, this is pretty. It's a brass covered container. She has it marked for $65. It's very pretty. This is the only section of this particular flea market that's outdoors. Most of it's covered. And my experience is that the vendors out here are sort of the every once in a while vendors. The ones inside, this is kind of their gig. They're here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The ones out here seem to be a little bit more intermittent. But oh my gosh, this is like a guy booth. Can you believe all that stuff? Holy smokeroonies, who brought all that in? Here's some kitchen items. I love this color of glass, this amber color. It's so pretty. I've seen some candlesticks out of this glass lately that were just gorgeous. Oh, look at this. It's a little bunny candle holder, and he's rowing. I love that. I love that. It's some type of metal that's been painted. It's not brass or anything like that. It is so sweet. Wouldn't that be so pretty with a little taper candle in it? Some more decorative items. I don't think I've been in this booth before. Hope Dream. Oh, that's cute. It's $1 a pair. And the little brass bell in the back. You guys know I just love me a bell. Oh my gosh. They're so lovely to listen to. If you're ever down, pick up your bell and ring your bell. You'll feel better. Oh, look at that. That's inlaid wood. Isn't that pretty? A little better. So this is all inlaid. Very vintage. Look at that old wire on that. Looks to be in pretty good shape. That's a neat piece. Okay, and look at this right next door. Somebody took a Barbie and made a flower skirt of silk daisies and then added little shoes. Isn't that funny? That is so kitsch. Somebody needs that for a very kitsch party.
Hey Nancy, sing a song for your girlfriend. Let's sing it. I don't want her, you can have her. She's too bad for me.
This is the other jewelry dealer, silver dealer mostly, that I am going to be taking a look at some of their pieces today. This particular group has a larger selection than the other guy, and I don't know if they just have been here longer or what it is. Those bracelets are beautiful, but I'm going to go ahead and go through what they have today. Look at that cluster of grapes right there. That's very cool. And that pin right above it. There's some pretty pieces here. Oh, and that heart, that puffy heart necklace. That one right there. That's pretty. And then over here is more turquoise, coral, squash blossom necklaces. And then rings. Look at that. That's quite a statement necklace right there, isn't it? That one. And then over here they have coins, which I know nothing about, so I think I'll stick to the jewelry. Back home, and oh my gosh, that was such a fun day. The weather was perfect. A light breeze, crystal clear blue skies. Everyone was in a good mood. And the best thing, I think, for me was seeing all the people out. I love it for the location. It was just really a fun day. I found so many interesting things. I ended up bringing home 4 pieces, as well as I think 6 or 7 pieces of jewelry between those 2 vendors I showed you, the 2 silver vendors and one other little vendor. And I'm going to be doing a whole jewelry haul, huge jewelry haul, in about a week or 2, towards the end of the month. And I'll show you everything I picked up, not only here today at the Market of Marion, but over the past several weeks. I have quite a bit of really, really gorgeous jewelry. But the things I picked up today that I am going to show you, I'm going to start with this. I love this, and what I love about it is the unique illustrations on it. I've seen these types of painted vases before, but nothing quite like this. The depth of the color and the uniqueness of the illustrations, I just thought it was so fun. And when I first looked at it, I thought, I've seen that kind of thing before. And then I started looking more closely, and there's areas that are raised. It has some gold accents. There's no mark, which is so disappointing to me, at least not one that I can make out, because I think this is such a cool piece. I have no idea what country it's from. I'm thinking it's probably something in Europe. And this with the handle, plus look at those colors. Those are like perfect decor colors. It was on the $8 shelf. I asked her if she would take $5 and she said yes. So I went ahead and picked it up. I just really, really love this one. Next up is this little piece, and I don't think I filmed it, but look at that. Look at the crackle glaze, and then look at the iron oxide glaze at the bottom, giving it that kind of deep, rich tone. I am pretty sure this is hand done. There's a little artist stamp there on the bottom. And then I want you guys to see what's in the inside. I'm hoping the camera will pick it up. It is a metallic illustration of a pony, of a horse. I'm not kidding you. This is so cool. It's a small little piece, but I love these little glazed ceramic pieces. And when I saw that metallic horse on the inside, I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring that home. Beautiful celadon glaze, love the crackle, love the detail in the bottom piece. Grabbed it quick, thought it was just a real keeper. Next up, you guys saw this. This would be so easy to overlook, and I almost overlooked it, but then I stopped again. Look at how cool this little piece is. This is so rustic and hand done and cool. And look at those tiny little handles on the edges. I'll show you the other one right here. Isn't that great? Along with that kind of, oh, is that a burnt orange color? It's just really, really pretty. This is hand done ceramics with a really gorgeous glaze on it. I'm wondering if this is not a clear glaze on an orange clay or orange base clay with a lot of iron oxide in it. Super pretty. I thought it would be a great little ring dish. This is the kind of thing that it's very, very subtle, but you end up falling in love with it because of the subtle details and how rich and beautiful it is. And then the last piece is this tiny little pitcher. It just feels like Tenella to me. It might not be. There's no markings on the bottom. You know, I'm not sure. I'm looking at something, and I'm not sure if it's just a disturbance in the glaze on the bottom or if there's actually a name. I'll spend more time looking on it, and I'll put it in the listing if I find something. But I just thought this was very sweet with that very, very lovely illustration on it, particularly that one in the front. And I love that very soft yellow color as the base, of course, with the burnt orange again. That must be the color of the week for me. So pick this up, absolutely fell in love with it. I thought it was super, super sweet. Well, that's what I have for you today from my adventures at the Market of Marion. I love it out there, particularly when you get a day like today. It was just glorious. Thank you so much for going with me. I hope you had fun. If you did, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Again, everything that you see today, plus a lot of jewelry later in the month, will be up in my online shop at ShopStudioKimberly.com. That'll be listed in the description box down below. And I look forward to seeing you on the next thrift adventure. Bye now.